Friends, good morning. Welcome to the Avenue Uniting Church in Blackburn, Victoria, meeting on the lands of the Wurundjeri peoples of the Kulin Nation. My name is Rod Peppiatt and I am lucky enough to be the minister in the Blackburn congregation. Today we remember an instrument of death and brutality like the one behind me. We remember one of the many who died on such an instrument, such a cross. Today is Good Friday. Yehoshua, son of Jehoshaphat, did not just die. He was executed by crucifixion, along with many others regarded by Rome as criminal. Political, religious criminal, common thief, murderer. It made no difference to Rome. Crucifixion, it turned out, was the great equaliser. And Yehoshua's life was done away with little more than a click of the fingers or the blink of an eye. That's how empire works, how it's always worked. You stick your head up or start to gather a bit of a following, you get watched. And if what is seen is not liked, well, your life becomes very complicated, to say the least. And as often as not, short. And Yehoshua, or Jesus, as we know him, had been watched for a while because he and his small band had begun to be noticed. Not just by Rome either, or the local enforcers of that ironically named Pax Romana, peace of Rome, peace, Roman style. The religious authorities, it turned out, were keeping close tabs on Jesus as well, and the things he was saying and doing, because he was saying and doing them in the name of God. And they didn't like it. He was upsetting their authority and disrupting the way things were done. Friends, Jesus was no fool. He knew the opposition he was arousing. Now, maybe it seems strange to him that things like preaching an inclusive God, or touching people with leprosy, or associating with people regarded as sinners or dregs of society might be a capital offence. Maybe it surprised him. But he would have come to know that this was the case. And he would have come to know that each time a story about him got round, each time a crowd gathered around him, the ground beneath him became shakier. And yet he kept going. I believe that at some point in that final few days, the courage to live his calling, his conviction, his obsession even, of the way of God in the world, became courage to die, if that's where it was going to take him. Now, I'm not saying he had a death wish or anything like that. Clearly the stories of his anguish in Gethsemane show that he didn't want to die. But it seems to me that his convictions about the way of God in the world were so strong that they overtook everything else, and he just refused to stay quiet or go away. In the face of such courage, I stand very humbly. I don't know if I have the courage to die for my convictions. And let's be honest here, I hope I never have to find out. But it's not only the courage to die that humbles me today. It's the courage he showed in dying as he had lived, meeting brutality and apathy with compassion and grace and faithfulness to his calling. Forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. Or to the man dying next to him, today you will be with me in paradise. Or, Mother, to Mary, here is your son. To John, Son, here is your mother. Look after each other. Perhaps I could say more words, but I think it's better that I stop and just invite us to be silent for a few minutes before this cross of courage.